Hello again guys, and welcome back to another week full of 3D printed things. I don't think I've actually come up with a name for this. I'm just calling it sort of the things that I printed in 3D this week. Now there was a bit of a theme to the things that I printed out this week, but I'll start off with just some geeky, nerdy related things that I printed off first. I kept dabbling around a little bit in the ABS plastic because it's supposed to be a lot more rigid and it's got a much higher melting temperature, and because it is green, the only ABS I've got is green, I had to print the green lantern ring. You know I had to do this. I did print it with all the supports turned on, and I printed it with a raft, and actually I've printed it a total of 3 times in 3 different sizes. The first time I printed it, it was so small that it wouldn't even go over my little pinky finger, but it fits perfectly on my 6-year-old's finger. The second time I printed it, it was at 1.5 scale, and so it was so large that it would fit over my thumb, and there was still lots of room to spare. Luckily, I have a friend that I think is interested in it, so I'll probably be giving that to him. However, this third time, I printed at 1.3, and it was just the perfect size. It fits right here on my middle finger, just like it's supposed to. I'm very, very tempted to take some white paint and go over the logo, and then maybe do a clear coat over the entire thing to make it really shine. I think it would be actually an awesome addition to a Halloween costume. Moving right along, a guy that I follow on YouTube is named Barnacules, and his channel is just absolutely awesome. If you have not seen it yet, I will put a link down below the video, and one of the things that he is sort of known for is his Batknife. So I found the model over on Thingiverse and I printed it out. It's not really as functional as his is, obviously, but it does have a little bit of sharpness to the points. If I had printed it at a higher resolution or maybe at a higher fill, it may have been a little bit more sharp, but the way that this printer works, it didn't come out very, very sharp. I have opened a couple of things with it, so the tips have kind of worn down a little bit, but more than anything, I just kind of like the way that it looks. And I saw another one out there that's actually got a stand with it, so that may be another good option. But I just thought it was kind of cool, kind of nerdy, and Barnacules, if you do happen to see this video, great work, definitely appreciate it. Next up, I decided to do one of the things that a lot of people do with the 3D printers. I've got a 6-year-old, and obviously 6-year-olds love Lego, so he's got a box full of Lego, so I thought I would try printing out some Lego of my own. I did this with the PLA plastic that I've got, and as you can see, I did it in pink. It takes about an hour per brick to print out, and unfortunately, maybe it's just the way that this printed, maybe it's the plastic, I don't know. It'll fit together, sort of, if I do it this way. I've got the actual Lego on top and the printed one on the bottom. They fit together kind of loosely, so it was at the right scale. But when I put the actual Lego on the bottom, it doesn't really want to fit together quite right. There was a little bit of something that was off, because this little piece ended up breaking. There was a little piece that actually broke off inside, so wasn't quite a perfect fit. I tried printing several more. I tried printing it in ABS as well, and didn't really have very good results, so I'm not going to be doing a whole lot with Lego on this channel. However, I did see some curved Lego out there that you can print, or some curved stacking bricks, whatever they want to call it. But, speaking of Lego, one of the things that a lot of people sort of compare to Lego is Minecraft, and that's going to be sort of the theme for the rest of the video. I started working on this a couple of weeks ago, and I've just sort of been building up to it since then. One of the first things that I printed out once I actually got the ABS in, the green ABS, what am I going to print from Minecraft that's green? I printed a creeper. Now, this creeper model specifically was 3 parts so that it would have an articulating head, but as you can see, the head isn't actually on there. Because for whatever reason, I'm guessing the scaling or something, the 1.0 scaling of the creeper body, it was not capable of printing at a low enough resolution to actually do the stick that holds the body and the head together. However, I did end up reprinting it. Unfortunately, I printed just the head and the shaft in the green ABS, and then I did the body in silver PLA. I would like to go back and do the body again, but every time I've tried the body scaled up, I had to scale it up to like 1.39 in order to do it. And every time I tried scaling the body up in ABS, it just would not print properly. For whatever reason, it would clog up, and I would just lose the entire print after like the raft. So I gave up on that pretty quickly. And I do like the way this looks, and it does have a little articulating head. So maybe I could do a spray paint of green on this, just do green over the entire thing, and then do touch up with darker colors of green to make it look a little bit better. But I was a big fan of this. And you know what? The last thing that I'm going to show you today, this is something that I've been thinking about for a little while. I saw it over on ThinkGeek a while back, but I kind of wanted to do it myself. I wanted to do it my own way. So I made a diamond block. And actually in the camera it looks a lot better than it does here in person. The block itself came out a little bit warped. For whatever reason, the PLA warped because it was just a larger area, but it's all cut out, and as you can see on the inside, I've just got paper in here. I'm trying to figure out a good way to get the paper to stick to the inside, or maybe come up with something different, but I just put blue tissue paper in there, and then you can take a little tea light, and you put it up on the inside, turn it on, and you're not going to be able to see that right now, but I'll be showing you some B-roll footage where in a darker room or a dimly lit room with this little tea light, you get a neat little lamp effect. And actually I got 2 tea lamps. One of them I left alone, and the other one I actually took a blue LED that I had from one of my quadcopters, and I put it all together because the other tea light I had was kind of a yellowish color, but now I've got a blue tea light and a white tea light, so I can sort of go back and forth between them and see which one I prefer. The blue in this gives it a much more deep color. It's almost like a lapis block at that point, but with the white light, it definitely looks a little bit like a diamond block, so I'm a big fan of that. And actually, one last thing that I completely forgot to mention a minute ago, another Minecraft-related thing that I printed, is the Minecraft stone sword. Now this was actually in 4 pieces. This was the blade, the handle, and then 2 sticks to go in there. But this was another case of things not scaling quite properly, so unfortunately the 2 sticks that go down into the handle wouldn't print at the resolution that this printed at, and this blade wouldn't print any larger. So I ended up printing just the blade and the handle, and I super glued them together, and it's been fairly sturdy up to this point. Not that I've been hitting things with it actively, but I just kind of like it. I think it's a nice little showpiece. Now, unfortunately, the back didn't turn out particularly well. For whatever reason, the handle, the bottom layer of it shifted over just a little bit. I've had that happen a couple of times now, and I've tried recalibrating, and nothing seems to really take care of it. So if you can see that there, the bottom of it has a weird little pattern on it, whereas the blade doesn't really have that pattern, and it's not really shifted over. However, from the front side, everything looks pretty decent. Everything looks somewhat normal, at least. The blade and the body do look a little bit different, and the body and the blade are separated at kind of a weird place. But still, it's a nice little Minecraft piece, and I'm definitely a big fan of it, so I thought I would include it as well. But yeah, that's definitely not all that I've printed in the last week or two, but that's all the stuff I really wanted to show you for today. If there's anything you'd like to see me print, let me know down in the comment section below, and actually, I need your ideas, because I got a spool of this filament in. This is the Hatchbox glow-in-the-dark PLA filament, and I need to know what I should do with this. One thing I was thinking of doing was doing bracelets, so I could have a bracelet on each arm for when I'm running, get them all charged up whenever I'm at home, then take them with me when I'm on the run, so I have little glowing bracelets. So I don't know how that'll work out. I may give that a shot, but if there's anything else you can think of that would do really well in glow in the dark, let me know. Maybe I'll make it for the video for next week. But that's gonna be about all from me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button if you like this video, and subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. I'll see you again next time.